Hey guys, Lord Naren White here, the Holy Ghost, the one true God, back with you with the next video in my Witcher 3 playthrough. Today continuing Witcher 3. Without further ado, let's continue with Witcher 3. Alright, so we gotta get over there. Got to, that's the way I see it. We'll head over to this, first let's actually explore over here. This undiscovered location. Because I definitely want to get this Witcher cat gear here.
Strumpet tried to beguile my man.
Behave, Witcher.
I think there's a crossbow as well, along with the other stuff, so we gotta go investigate and we can figure it out from there. Gosh, Witcher is just so much fun, man, like...
One day, a mother found her infant dying at her side. Despair gripped her and sought to find a medic. Fortunately, her husband explained no medic would help the child, and he took the babe and placed it before the flame of the eternal fire. And the child was healed the next day, and lived still, the apple of his parents' eye.
Ooh.
What a story. And the child lives still. Wow, place of power.
Magic. A place of power.
Look at that view. Just look at that view right there. Alright, so this is what I'm talking about here. So Geralt, if you walk off this cliff as Geralt, you die. But there is actually a way to bug this. Which is, we get Roach to walk off the cliff for us. So did you see that ship over in the distance? That ship down there can, over there, right to the left, right of Geralt's swords, could get us to the island. Before we go there, I want to see the view here.
When will the next witch burn?
Chase her off with a stake instead of calling guards.
Ah, so this is the fabled eternal fire, I think, right? Alright. Let's be respectful of their worship.
Let's go.
Well, there they are.
Any monsters in Novigrad. The eternal fire burns. Move it.
So this is what I mean now. We need to walk Roach off this cliff, if we can. Here we go. Come on, Roach. Just a little bit more.
Come on.
There we go. So you see, Roach can survive the fall, and we take no damage.
That's it, Roach.
I think we can try and figure out the rest as Geralt from here. Oh, okay, that one wasn't gonna work. Never mind. Let's actually just go over to those other ships manually. That'll be just fine.
They ought to never let your kind in, Novigrad proper.
What?
Eternal fire.
What?
It's never too late to see the light.
This is pretty cool.
May the flame that is the supreme power watch over us, nothing its care.
Protect us and our... Ravages and war.
I kneel before you, O eternal.
For all that is good and right begins and ends in its heart.
What am I to do now?
Pucker up and kiss my arse.
It's conferred. Huh?
I could go for some dumplings.
No, that was amazing. That was honestly sensational.
Have a man for himself?
Elven blood, eh?
Geralt just flying through the air. What a beautiful city in Novigrad. The city is so beautiful, even as we're, riding away from it. What do we have here? Mage's notes. Keon has enlisted with the Flying Stag as a guard of sorts. A hefty sack of Novigrad crowns convinced the captain to lodge me in his cabin. All is going according to plan. I'm actually finding this expedition amusing. I'm glad I didn't contract the kidnapping out to some bulgy, armed halfwit. I'll do it more gracefully myself. He's cautious. I won't be able to put him down with the casually placed poison apple. Guess I'll have to zonk him out with a spell and whisk him away via teleport. I just hope it won't plop us down somewhere in the middle of Temple Isle, instead of in my quarters below it. The power pulsating from my laboratory tends to throw off a good portion of my attempts to teleport home. Very high-level resistance to psionic spells. Time needed for full penetration of his nervous system, a half an hour at least. A few more moments and the Witcher will be ready for transport. Now I just need to wipe our tracks, perhaps a little change in the weather. While waiting for more favorable atmospheric conditions, I looked through his things. Some very intriguing documents. A map of Est Teyar, crafting diagrams of elven provenance. Margin note, highly interesting sketch for a one-handed crossbow, most likely used to hunt draconids or ornithosaurs. Ornithosaurus must ask about during interrogation. Confirms my theory that the Witchers of the Cat School use elven weapons. And, wait for it, Professor Sigismund Gloger's notes. It's clear the Witcher had something to do with the famous professor's disappearance. Think I might have overdone it a bit with those Comlon Imbi. No point in tarrying, time to evacuate. Interesting. So let's explore the ruins of STR now. We're looking for the sword still. We have the crossbow as well as the other two pieces. Oh boy, well... STR is quite far. Our best plan is probably to go, try and land somewhere. Not sure. Honestly, just heading back over here and going to Lucian's windmill is fastest. No need to think that we need to just take a boat the whole way or something. We don't. Oh, there was one right there. We just found a marker. Good for us. Here we go. Of course, the load times are so quick on the PS5. It's just amazing. You feel you don't break immersion even though you did load something.
Run, Roach.
It's honestly amazing. Oh no.
Faster.
It shall be over soon.
All this land over here is the Hearts of Stone expansion, so there will be some of those super high leveled quests there.
Might want to look around some.
And yes, indeed, might want to. Anything here? Doesn't look like it. Some Florence. Professor Sigismund Glauger's notes. Excavations to be carried out by Gottfried Oss, Michel Sabina Ruxer, and Marco Gedel, under the supervision of Professor Sigismund Glauger. We have begun excavation work under the aegis of the Oxenford Academy, with kind sponsorship from Prince Adrian of the Sea Cats. Our goal is to find the legendary treasure of King Maglor of Estayar. At 8th of Bloth, first day of excavations. I am deeply worried about the Witcher present among our company. I had a bad feeling about him at the very start, during the first meeting at Castle Drahim. Now, as we trek dark underground caverns, his presence gives me shivers. Are we entirely sure his task is to protect our expedition? Furthermore, Castle Drahim is too close for Oxenford for us not to have heard those unsettling rumors about Prince Adrian. Illegible fragment. 11th of Bloth, third day of excavations. Keon demanded we surrender all notes found in the ruins of the Elven Armory. I refused. 13th of Bloth, fifth day of excavations. We pitched camp in a vast and dry cavern in the easterly portion of the complex. There are a few active portals here. I'm afraid they are very likely unstable and unidirectional. 4th of Bloth, sixth day of excavations. The Witcher murdered Marco. He was deciphering one of the priceless elven sketches when suddenly, as I watched on aghast, the Witcher slit his throat and grabbed his incunabulum. I panicked and jumped into one of the portals. It deposited me in some chamber which has no exit. Unless an echo of the portal appears, I am stuck here for good. I hope Michelle and Gottfried managed to escape. Remainder of the notes difficult to decipher, no dates are indicated. I must conclude the Witcher had from the very start been operating on Prince Adrian's orders. I would not be surprised if they were toasting their scheme's success Drahim Castle at this very moment. Blast it. Perhaps I should have given those elven diagrams to Keon after all. What good are they to me here, if I'm to rot in this crypt? I have finished the last drops of my water. There is nothing to eat, no echo from the portal has appeared. Gods, I don't believe you, but if you do in fact exist, if you exist, save me. I do believe we actually go over there later in the game. That could be the Hearts of Stone expansion, potentially. So it's at least good we came over here, so... And now we can go ahead and, keep going, so... We'll head back down here.
Go, go.
Fast travel. And the reason we want to get this gear here is because it's actually this cat school gear that we're going to use the rest of the game, you know, so that, like, all the way through all the expansions and everything, like, it'll just be this cat school gear because it's nice and clean and straightforward in that respect. You know, we won't, need to be doing anything else.
Gonna hang your head from my saddle. Might want to look around some. Blood trail leads to the cellar. Ghouls dragged the body downstairs, but it wasn't their kill. Skin's unnaturally pale, cracked. Ought to explore the tower.
There it is. Prince Adrian's journal. Keon performed wonderfully. It's a shame, of course, that Professor Glauger disappeared somewhere in the ruins of STR, along with the rest of the elven diagrams, but those sketches for a steel sword alone are worth as much as a village in southern Redania. We split the takings equally as per our agreement. I kept the diagram for the silver sword, while Keon took the crossbow diagram. I must admit I didn't exactly need every member of the expedition's head preserved in vinegar, but they do constitute impressive proof of Keon's conscientiousness and professionalism. The Witcher swore none of the archaeologists would leave STR alive, and none did. All the more shame, then, that Keon didn't accept my offer. As my personal bodyguard, he would never have wanted for such a thing. Steady pay, caviar and strawberries for breakfast, lobster for lunch, daily baths, a court surgeon and courtesans of both sexes for all his needs, and if he still lacked for anything, he had but to knock on my chamber door. He must very much love all that trudging around the world, because I do not believe Jacob and Dembitch could have dangled a better offer than I did. Really now, Jacob of Dembitch, a second-rate captain transporting whores to dockside Novigrad pimps for a fistful of crowns. With any luck, sooner or later a storm will sink that leaky tub of his, and Keon will return to me, tail between his legs. I've heard, so some years have passed on the letter. I've heard the Flying Deer, the vessel on which Keon was sailing, wrecked off the coast of the Grassy Knoll. Was it my curse? Not bad for a beginner. Perhaps I should think about enrolling at Banard. Which I do never talk to the widow, which isn't good. Just walked over to this place because of the quest start, but yeah. That's what it is. Music's gotten quite eerie. Okay, well, here we go.
Strange. As if a whirlwind came through.
Oh my god. Oh, and Geralt catches himself. That is unreal. Of course he does. Of course he does, Geralt.
Deep, uneven tracks. Someone fled blindly, in a panic. Dried blood. Really old. The singeing, on the other hand, is fresh. Unnatural. Medallion vibrates near it. Pale skin, but no blood loss. This is no vampire. Whatever he saw just before he died gave him quite a scare. All signs point to a Noonwraith. She's avoiding me. Find something that belonged to her. She'll have to show then. Come on, Roach.
Awful pale.
Greetings, Witcher.
Hear about the White Lady.
As I hoped. I notice it's been hanging so long, sun's near bleached it blank.
Seems your White Lady's a Noonwraith.
That means... Gods, poor Lucy.
Lucy. She was gonna marry, right?
Yeah. Her parents swore her to a smith from the city. Well-to-do, sure, but older and more brittle than elven ruins. Lucy ran from the altar out into the fields, where she slashed her veins. Used the silver dagger she'd gotten for the betrothal. Wait, let me show you. Lucy's parents couldn't bear to sell it, bury it even. They left it in my care.
I want to send her away, but I've got to bring her close, lure her first. I need an object that belonged to her. Dagger would be perfect.
Take it, but kill Lucy. Promise me. She shouldn't suffer no more.
Oh, that's unthinkable!
And that's where I'll go ahead and end the video there for this week. With that, I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, as it greatly helps the channel. Light to be with you all. Take care, and thanks again.